Yo, what is up, Star Gang? We're back at it again with another video. And today's video, I'm using my tripod today. So, in today's video, I just want to talk about the Royal Rumble. Do my little review rant, whatever you want to call it. I had time to process the Royal Rumble, so let's discuss some points. First, I like that they kicked off with the men's Royal Rumble. Like, honestly, best way to kick off a Royal Rumble. One, had Pat McAfee returning, which I don't know how many of you guys actually like Pat McAfee. I don't know how many of you guys actually fuck with Pat McAfee, but they had Pat McAfee returning for the Royal Rumble before the WWE Royal Rumble, and that was amazing. Amazing thing was that Pat McAfee came back. I feel like they could have done the angle where Pat McAfee came. We saw Corey Graves' reaction, 100% a real reaction to Pat McAfee returning. Corey Graves, the reaction was that he didn't like Pat McAfee's return. It was a surprise to a lot of people. Nobody thought Pat McAfee would return. So for them to do that return at the Royal Rumble, an amazing return. And it's close to WrestleMania. So Pat McAfee is going to get a WrestleMania moment. We might see him battle Corbin one more time. Or we might see him do other stuff. But other than that, we might get Pat McAfee. Now, my dogs are barking and howling to the coyotes. I don't know why they're doing it, but no, I digress. The men's Royal Rumble. I feel like as far as surprises go, we didn't get surprises. We didn't get at all any surprises. The only surprise we got was Booker T. The only surprise we got was Booker T. Logan Paul, we knew he should have been coming back for a while. We knew he was going to get a WrestleMania moment, but we got Booker T as a surprise entry in the men's Royal Rumble. I think that was the only surprise. And Cody was number 30. We didn't really get any other surprises. We didn't get oh shit, it's a big surprise, A lot of it was teased online saying Jay White might show up, Okada might show up, Matt Cardona might show up, Heath Slater might show up. There was a lot of speculation on who would show up to the Rumble. Do I think Rey Mysterio got eliminated? I mean, he got disqualified because he really didn't show up, and there's a reason for that because he got injured on Friday Night SmackDown, so he really didn't show up for that. But the Men's Royal Rumble was an amazing way to start it off. Again, we should have got some surprises, but I mean, Cody winning, that was my pick. Cody winning, totally okay with that, 100% okay with that. No surprises, and we got Cody to win. Him and Gunther. If Gunther would have taken it, I don't mind. Gunther is an amazing competitor. He could have taken it. That spot that Ricochet and Logan did, that was amazing. Also, Kobe Kingston getting injured. Prayers to Kobe. Hope he's okay. Because that was a bad fall. But throughout the whole Royal Rumble, that was amazing. Then we got the pitch black match, which is Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. I didn't know what to expect when I heard a pitch black match, since I've already seen a lights out match from AEW. I've seen a Stadium Stampede, not once but twice. I've seen a lot of matches in AEW that you don't normally see in WWE. So when they said it was a pitch black match, what do you expect? You expect a pitch. You expect something that's going to be on the lines of a pitch black match. Boom. Lights go out. Lights get dim, I think. And it was a whole thing. Lights went dim. Boom. We get Bray Wyatt doing what he normally does, looking dominant, destroying LA Knight. The toolbox was thrown, but there was no use of the toolbox. The commentating table was destroyed. And then we got Bray Wyatt in the corner. God knows what he was doing. And then we get a new mask of Bray Wyatt. This mask, I don't know how to feel about the mask, honestly, because I've seen the Fiend mask. So this mask, I think it's time for them to address who Uncle Howdy is. I feel like it's time for us to know who Uncle Howdy is. At this point in the storyline, we should know who Uncle Howdy is, because we haven't got confirmation who Uncle Howdy is. We don't even know who Uncle Howdy is. I feel like it's time for us to know who Uncle Howdy is. We really don't know anything about Uncle Howdy. All we know is that he took out LA Knight from the top, and then we got the Firefly Funhouse puppets or people dressed as a Firefly Funhouse looking over, and that was the end of the match. The match was quick. The match wasn't taking long. The match was just quick and over. Boom. And then we get Bianca and Alexa Bliss's match. which honestly, they put one hell of a match. Was it quick? It was quick as well. It wasn't taking time and here we go. We built this story up. Let me give you a big match. No, it was like this jar, this lid jar. It was just boom, opened, and that was it. There was no crazy spots. There was no crazy nothing. People thought Uncle Howdy was gonna get involved. There was no involvement from Uncle Howdy, from Lily, from uh, Sister Abigail. It was nothing. It was just quick and to the point. Boom. Bianca retained. Alexa lost. Also, Bray Wyatt won, and then we got Cody to win. Okay, so I said those. Alexa won. Bianca won. Retained. Props. Then we get the Women's Royal Rumble. This is where it starts picking up again. We got Tegan Nox. We had Tegan Nox. We had Michelle McCool as one surprise entry. She was wearing Uggs, and it was funny that the commentators kept mentioning that she is wrestling in Uggs. She's wrestling in designer clothes, so it's funny for the commentators to keep reminding people that. NXT, we got Tony Stark, Roxanne Perez, and Indy Hartwell. The commentators, they buried Indy Hartwell. They buried her to the bone. I feel like them saying that they didn't know who the hell Indy Hartwell was. What has she done lately? It was the quickest burial to Indy Hartwell's character that we've seen in the past month in NXT. I think Indy Hartwell at this point is done. I feel like it wouldn't be a shock if she gets released. I feel like at this point, it wouldn't be a shock if she does get released. There was Roxanne Perez. She's killing it on NXT, and she killed it in the Royal Rumble. And we hope to see her back because that was an amazing shit. Zoe Stark's amazing too. I was gonna say Tony Stark, but Zoe Stark's amazing. She did her shit. NXT, boom. People love the NXT surprises. Then we get two surprises. Chelsea Green, she shows up, but she goes in. Rhea eliminates her. And then they botched the entrance. So the whole crowd was waiting to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, etc. They botched number 30. They botched it with no numbers, no countdown, no nothing. And then we get Nia Jax. She finally returned to WWE. I want to see what she does. Maybe start a feud with her and Charlotte. Have her take the title away from Charlotte. I know a lot of people are really hyped with Charlotte right now. But if that's the thing, Nia Jax, she's going for the title. We got the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, which was down to 3. It was down to Kana, Liv, and Mommy, which is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley taking it. My pick of the night was Rhea Ripley to take the whole thing. Starting at number 1, she took the whole damn shebang. She did what Edge did last time. Edge came in at number 1. He took the whole thing. And now she took the whole thing. And, now she gets to choose. Either she takes Charlotte and we get a champion versus championship match down the road, or she takes on her friend, her former partner, and her best friend from NXT, Bianca Belair. Part of the 3 staples. So I feel like she'll take Bianca. And then that would be it. We could have an amazing feud between Bianca. This is what I see for that feud. You have Bianca, you have the Street Profits. If we get the 3 Street Profits to back up Bianca, then we could see them being involved in somehow in this feud. But that's up to whoever she picks. She could pick this Monday and finally make it official, or she could wait till Friday and make it official. So we have to see what happens there. And then the biggest night to end off the Royal Rumble, one of the biggest ways to end off the Royal Rumble. You end it off with with a banger after banger after banger. You end it off with Roman versus Kevin Owens. Let me take you through that. Kevin looking dominant, the beginning of the match looking dominant, taking out Reigns, calling him a scumbag. Roman switches it, low blows him, and then it starts to switch. Roman spears him through the barricade. Then he bounces his head not once, but twice on the steel steps. Oh, but that's not it. Throws him in the ring, spears. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Over. Sammy did what he had to do. Sammy's part of the bloodline. Sammy Uso. We finally get the answers. Will Sammy be part of the bloodline? Will Sammy stay with the bloodline? Will Sammy finally, after months and months of storytelling, is Sammy now Sammy Uso? He had to prove himself one more time to Roman Reigns. Hit Kevin with a chair. Kevin handcuffed to the ring. Sammy looking at Kevin, crying. Made you feel bad for Sammy. The whole crowd chanting, Sammy, Sammy. And then we get it. Sammy, with a steel chair, hits the back of Roman Reigns, your tribal chief. And then we expected the Usos to defend Roman, but there was a twist there. Only Jimmy super kicked Sammy. Jay was in the corner crying and looking destroyed. Solo took out Sammy. And then we get it. Jay walking out in the bloodline. Jay walks out of the bloodline, doesn't look back. They're still beating on Sammy. Jay's just walking away. What does this mean? What is going on? We got the answers tonight. On Instagram by Jay Uso, he posted where it says, I'm out of the bloodline. Then he posted on his story saying, run it back. Meaning Jay will most likely feud with Roman and team up with Sammy and Kevin versus the bloodline. If that's the way they're planning it, that's what's gonna happen. See, what I expect to happen is that the SmackDown Tag Team Champions and the Raw Tag Team Champions are gonna separate. Sammy and Jay are gonna be Raw Tag Team Champions because that's what they defended on Monday Night Raw. Sammy and Jay and Jimmy will be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But it could be that Solo takes Jimmy's spot, becomes the Tag Team Championship with Jimmy. Yeah, Solo and Jimmy could be Raw SmackDown Tag Team Champions. There's a lot of possibilities to the storyline. You feel bad for Sammy. He wanted to prove himself, but he didn't. He saved his best friend. They've been friends for years. He saved his best friend. Kevin got destroyed, and now we could see Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. But this is where a lot of people on TikTok are saying, after you've done this, everybody wants Sammy to be Roman's main event partner. Sammy. So what do you do? What do you do at this point? You put Sammy in the Elimination Chamber. You make it so it could be winner faces Roman for the SmackDown World Championship, and we get Sammy versus Roman at WrestleMania Part 2. The second night of WrestleMania, we get Sammy and Roman, or we get Sammy and Kevin for the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championships. My rating of the Royal Rumble stands without a doubt 10 out of 10. One hell of a Royal Rumble. Hell of a performances. Can't wait to see what happens next. And we on the road to WrestleMania. And I hope I get tickets for WrestleMania. So we on the road to WrestleMania, baby. Let's go.